Hi everyone, I'm Annamaria. I'm a senior at Wayne State, and I'm coming to you live from my bedroom. And today is Holy Saturday, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about what Holy Saturday is and what it means and what happened that day, because I feel like Holy Saturday is just like a day that's kind of overlooked, but it's still very unique and very important to us. So I'm going to be reading from Matthew chapter 27, verses 62 through 66. And what took place before the scripture passage was that Jesus died and he was placed in his tomb, so now it's the next day after that. It says, "The next day, that is, after the day of preparation, the chief priests and the Pharisees gathered before Pilate and said, 'Sir, we remember how that impostor said while he was still alive, "After 3 days I will rise." Therefore, order the tomb to be made secure until the third day, lest his disciples go and steal him away and tell the people, "He has risen from the dead," and the last fraud will be worse than the first.' Pilate said to them, 'You have a guard of soldiers. Go make it as secure as you can.' So they went and made the tomb secure by sealing the stone and setting a guard." So basically what happened in this passage is that the Pharisees went to Pilate and they were like, "Hey, something's up. Like, Jesus promised that he would raise from the dead after 3 days, and we don't want that happening, because then even more people would believe in Jesus and they would believe that he's the Son of God and he has power over death, and they didn't want that. But even those who refused to believe in him, they acknowledged that he does have power. So Holy Saturday is a very unique day. It's the only full day where Jesus, his body laid dead in the tomb. So things were not as they should be, but we know how the story ends. He promised redemption. So just because things were not as they should be, we knew that Jesus would raise from the dead and his promises would be fulfilled. And I think that's important to remember right now, because we're in quarantine and things are obviously not as they should be. But I challenge you guys to remember Jesus' promises during this weekend. This is like a very unique Easter weekend, and I think we'll never forget it, but I just hope that we remember the promises that Jesus does have redemption and he gives us hope during hard times like this. Bye!